Let's welcome in a very special guest now. A technical guest is now joining us. Aksel Kibar, MD at Tech Charts from UAE, is with us. Aksel, thank you so much for taking our time for us. Indian equities, of course, in the last 45 days have continuously outperformed the global peers. Can you just tell us about the benchmark indices, the new highs, how are long-term charts looking on sensex, NIFTY, maybe some of the other indices that you track?
Over the past couple of months, we have seen India indices rebounding sharply. This was similar to the global indices since the beginning of the year. But if we look at, for example, all the other emerging market equities versus India, India performed much better over the past couple of weeks, especially after a very tight consolidation that has taken place both on the BSE sensex and the NIFTY 50 during the last few months of 2018 and first month of 2019. So the breakout took place on the upside, which carried the BSE sensex to 39,000 levels and the NIFTY to 11,700 levels. Now this week's candlesticks clearly shows that we have found some resistance around these important all-time high resistance areas. I guess you guys are more informed, obviously, on the ground. As the election is coming closer, the indices are indices, and then FX and yields are all at a very critical level, where if we see a breakout on the upside, clearly the uptrend will resume both on the equity indices. And this is what I'm seeing right now. And if we look at the moving averages, which I usually follow the long-term moving average, the 200-day, which is the 40-week moving average, clearly the indices are above those levels. So that shows that the equity markets are in a clear uptrend.
Another parameter on which we've outperformed the global peers has been the Indian currency, the rupee. Where do you think we're headed with regard to that?
The Indian currency, if you look at the US dollar, Indian rupee, we have seen a breakout on the upside which favored US dollar in the last quarter of 2018. The rally took us all the way to 75 levels, and then over the past few months, with equity markets rebound and currency coming down, we are now testing 68.75 level, which I see as a critical support. If the US dollar Indian rupee cross falls below this level, we are targeting 65 levels. It will be a very pleasant environment, possibly for the equities and all other risk instruments. Obviously, a stronger rupee would be good for the economy, I guess, because if we have broken above the 68.75, which happened in the last quarter of 2018, and rallied all the way towards 80 levels, this would have clearly posed a threat for the economy. But for the time being, we are testing a critical support, and if this support holds, we're talking about a consolidation between 68 and 75 again. But if this support gives way and we fall below this horizontal support at 68.75, we're talking about a positive trend for the Indian rupee in the following months.
Which are the most interesting stock charts that you have come across as far as the recent move in India goes?
Sure. Well, I'm looking at stocks from a classical charting perspective. So I'm looking at stocks that are ready to break out to all-time highs from bullish continuation chart patterns in an uptrend. And when it is a clear downtrend, I'm looking for stocks that are breaking down their horizontal support and preferably going to all-time lows. Right now, the Indian equities are making new highs and testing new all-time highs. So I'm looking at, with my bullish hat on, to a couple of stocks. One of them is a recent breakout that took place, which is Pidilite Industries. The last 1 year's 8-month-long consolidation was a head and shoulder continuation chart pattern, and there was a clear horizontal resistance at 1,195 levels, which was cleared last week. And this week we are seeing the continuation of that. We're talking about a price target of 1,450. Now, price targets should be taken as guideline only. Price can fall short of the chart pattern price target, or can reach and exceed the chart pattern price target. But what's more important here is that we have a stock that has broken to all-time highs with a strong weekly candlestick and completed a bullish continuation chart pattern, which has been intact for the past 8 months long. So
Okay, let's talk about the Pharma index, which has been fairly range-bound for the year, but in the recent past, it's seen a decent up move. It started to look up. So what is your view on the Pharma pack, and which are the stocks from the Pharma index that hold out specially for you?
Yes. Recently, I've come across this nice 5-month-long consolidation. The reason we're looking at consolidation periods is that stocks go from trend periods to consolidation periods, and then those consolidation periods give way to new trend periods. So we are trying to capture the trend periods. And to be able to capture the trend period, first you have to identify the consolidation period. So one of those pharmaceutical companies that came across is Aurobindo Pharmaceutical, that is forming a 5-month-long rectangle with clear, well-defined chart pattern boundaries. 821 is the horizontal resistance, and the depth of the chart pattern is giving us a price target of 935 levels. So I'm also waiting for a breakout confirmation. If this rectangle breaks out on the upside, we have a nice trend period that can follow.
Thanks so much for taking out time for us and giving us your perspective on various stocks and sectors that you like.